Alrighty. Let's wait for people to join. Back. Oh goody, mic works. Cool, so it seems to be about a 30-second delay. Oh, my mouse clicking's gonna be obnoxious, but I can't do much about it. Hopefully some people will join. Hopefully some people will join. Yeah, where? Oh, the question is, should I post in the Rose Scale Train Discord? No, I have not seen 765 in person, but I want to see it in person. I'm just gonna get the link to this live stream and just copy and paste. It's different Discord servers. Maybe we have some more people join. Because where'd everyone go? They're probably thinking it's still on the other one. But, I'm gonna go see if that's still up real quick. See if I can find it. Nope, not that. Live stream. Completed events. Let's see if I can access the chat. There's that one. No, I can't type in the chat. Looks like I just have. No, I haven't been to Alliance, Ohio. Alright, general. Where should I put this? Is there an off topic in here? There's an off topic. Okay, I'm just gonna put this in here. Put your bam. Select all, copy. Does that link even work? I'm making sure it works. Well, judging by how you guys are here, it does work. Wonderful. I'm gonna put in the Rose Scale one too. Gonna post that there. We're gonna give it a few more minutes. Since we had, so basically a little history on that, technical difficulties. Basically my, NVIDIA graphics thing was prohibiting my from OBS from like showing my display, my screen, and it just wasn't working. So I spent that whole half hour trying to get the driver to and figure out the settings to change in the driver. So that was fun. But now it works, so we're good now. Alright, we got 4 people total. I'll try, hold on. Let's see. Well, okay, we can go to sound settings. Sounds. Nope. Recording? Microphone? Which one is it? It's volume, microphone. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. No, I don't want the Steam one. No. Device property. No, it's volume. It's maxed out. Oh, man. Do I have a... No, I don't have any remote microphones. Don't have any remote microphones. I'll try. One thing you can probably try and do is right-click on the speaker if you're on Windows 10 and hit Open Volume Mixer, and then you can pick... You can find your Google Chrome or whatever browser you use, and you can drag that slider up. You might have to do that. I know it's quiet. I'm answering someone's questions. Answer that question. Alright. Oof. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna try and speak up, but that's not normally my thing, so we'll see how this goes. Well, I guess we might as well start. So basically, I'm gonna go through the comments on all my videos. Well, most of my videos, which most of them are from ANG stuff, so it's gonna work. I'll answer them as I see fit, and then we'll go to Discord, the ANG server, and then we'll go through the questions, and then maybe the requests channel, and then we'll go to the Roblox group, which I probably should pull up. And we'll go through the comments on there, because I know there's questions on there as well. And also statements that are kind of interesting. But whatever. Alright, so we might as well start. So we'll just switch my screen. There we go. Oh, sadly it's going to show who commented. But... oh, well. So I guess we'll start off with this first one. Can you show us how to make working signals and how to make custom sounds and trains? Oh, it's been so long since I made the videos, I forget what I put. I do believe I said how to make custom sounds. But basically with custom sounds, you basically have to either record a sound file yourself or find one off the internet or Roblox. And if it's not already on Roblox, you have to upload it to Roblox through the library in the Develop tab. And which costs Robux depending on how big the file is. So the longer the audio file, the more expensive it's going to be. It's not that expensive, but it's like 20-some Robux normally, or something like that. And then you find the Roblox ID or whatever it's called for it, and then you go and find your locomotive. So either the horn, the engine sounds, or if you have the bells equipped, then you go into the bell sound inside of I think it's the bass if I remember correctly. the bass part, and then there's audio files, and you just replace the sound ID, and then it should work. As long as it's approved by Roblox, which might take a day. And it only takes normally an hour, but it could take up to like a day or two. At worst. Signals. Signals are fun. They're not complicated, like the timed ones aren't complicated. You can find free ones, free models, and you can just copy the scripts and all that. Well, the script, that it should only have one. Into one that you made yourself. It's not hard. If you want to script one yourself, the basics is basically you have the three lights, the three like light parts, and basically you just have it so that a button, you click it once, I guess, to make it go green, and it makes the yellow and red go like disappear. Transparency equals 1. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the comments on the stream comments on my phone real quick, just in case I need that. Okay. But then, so basically, and then you would also have one for yellow, which would make green and red disappear, but yellow appear. And then you have the red, which makes the green and yellow disappear. And then you would have a part that sensing a touch, and you would preferably make it so that it's sensing for the glider to touch it, which you can look up how to do this stuff on the internet. And then when that gets hit by a glider, then it trips it to red. And then you can make it wait like 30 seconds, I guess, and make it go to yellow, and then wait like 60 seconds after that or something, and make it go to green. It's going along with like dispatcher controlled signals like we have in A and G. Those are fun. I made those for oh shoot, what's it called? Like the big ones, like what Metrotron or however you pronounce. I have his freaking these trains. Not those. Like, alright, I'll show you. Like these trains. I made it for these trains. This size trains, whatever you want to call them. Oh, United Rail. That's what it was. I haven't used it in so long. Because row scale is so much better. But basically with that, I made those a while ago. And that was fun. So basically how it works is that there's a button that does the cycle thing where it changes to the different colors. And then it also looks at the signal ahead, which I have to put in the script. So every time I copy a signal, I have to rename it and change the script for any of the other signals and switches that would affect it. So when like a switch is thrown against it, it turns red. That takes a while, and it's not fun, but it's worth it, honestly. It's just complicated. That's not really a question. When I try to do it, the DCC don't work for row scale engines. Make sure the DCC system is installed correctly. If your DCC system is installed correctly and like the other engines are working, one would make sure that it's anchored, the weld scripts in there, and if you like run the engine, is there like sounds coming from it? Like, does the engine sound run? If the engine sound runs, then there's probably something that is colliding with the tracks, like the glider. So try moving it up out of the tracks or something, and if it moves, then just try and position it correctly, or make sure your train or whatever below it isn't colliding with the gliders. Can you make a video explaining whys? Oh wait, this channel is dead. Yeah. Whys are fun. So basically it's just you can make a why without, I think what you're talking about is a why where you only have like 1 or 2 or 3 switch stands that switch the whole thing. Now that gets complicated. Honestly, the easiest way to make a Y is just like how over where Amtrak Man started making his thing but abandoned on it because he hasn't really been doing much. He hasn't been motivated to do anything. So basically over there it's just a switch that goes off into 2 tracks, and then there's a curve, as you know. Oh, and it goes on to 2 other switches. So I would just do it that way, to be honest. When's the next stream? Well, it's right now. Howdy Al Bell. my bell kit, which I guess we can go to my profile real quick. Inventory. Models. Look at all the random models I have. Where's the bell? That should be it. Yeah, in here. So if you take this model, it's free to take. It comes with the bell controller, the same exact one. It's literally copied and pasted out of A&G, except for the one difference is that on the bell, like button on the GUI, it says BBS for Bumblebee Studios, if you want to know what that means. I'll be answering questions in the YouTube live chat last, I think. It's probably or when we towards the end, probably. I'm just gonna go through these YouTube comments that have been sitting here for a while. Back to this. Basically, when you look at it, it should be in a model, and then there should be a script that's called instructions or readme. I forget. It's something along that. Just open it up, double click on it, and just read it. It tells you exactly where to put stuff. Track Snap's the best thing ever created. Let's be honest. I don't honestly really. I kind of have an idea on how the animation works. I haven't really played with it. To be completely honest, the Steam engines that are in the A&G game, those rods themselves were just copied off of a free model. I'm being dead honest, and I maybe extended part of it a little bit, but I'm dead serious. I literally just copied them because it's a free model. I can do whatever I want with it. How do you think of a complex layout? Complex layouts. That's really just up to you. It's I just build, and if I don't like it later on, I delete it. I just build randomly without really thinking too hard. Sometimes I'll look at the prototype and get experience from that. So if I really like a certain area in Google, in real life, I'll just go on Google Maps, find it, and just be inspired by that. You need to make a yard track tutorial. Yard tracks aren't really that hard. You just use the ladder tracks in the ladder pack. I do believe it's a ladder. Let's see. Which one is it? Yeah, ladder track pack is right here. Just use these, to be honest. Or you can make your own. That's what the A&G uses. Yeah, I do believe we upgraded all the switches back when we made the custom Amtrak Man made custom crossovers so that the long cars didn't look really weird going around a corner. And so I was like, yeah, we might as well make the left-hand and right-hand switches custom as well, so they don't look as weird going around. So like the well cars and Autoracks don't look weird going around them. So then I think it was after I made the intermodal yard and all that expansion area. That's when I revamped all the yard. I like completely redid all the yard, all of the Green Ash yard with the new switches, I do believe. I left the coal branch untouched though, because I asked Amtrak what he thought, and he was like, no, leave it, because it's more meant for the Jeeps and all that and the smaller cars, so it's kind of realistic. Back to the comments. Please do car and loco spawners. That's fun if you want a spawner. I honestly recommend just going on the models tab and finding a regen button and going from there. Read the instructions included with it. Oh, and by the way, I like to say that's fun, and it's like sarcastic. That's fun. It more means that sucks. That's just what I do, and some people get really confused, so I might as well explain that. But what do I have to make the move each stud thing for this? It's underneath the model tab, and then there's a rotate and move thing. I have mine at either off or at 0.025, which is the amount of movement, the minimum movement for scaling's apart, like with the tool. so it's the same thing for me. How do you get invisible track? The Galaxy Railway's ramp to connect to it. I don't know what that is, but invisible track just changed the transparency of the rail part to transparency of 1, and it's invisible. Make engines in the ANG. Watch the engine tutorial. How do you make grades? Tilt the track 1 degree. How do you change? I've already explained that. Oh yeah, the loaded thing. Yeah, that's. Oh, sorry. Stopped to look at the YouTube chat. But the loaded and unloaded GUI. Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy I came up with that. It's really simple. It's just like the parts, like the loads, like the visible loads, except that inside of the frame in the text box or whatever for the billboard GUI that's sitting on top of it, on top of the car. So that's all it is. There's a billboard GUI above the car, and then it just has a text label that says loaded or unloaded, and all it does, all the code in the loader system does is just change the text and the background color. That's all it does. Tankers. Oh, that goes with the other one. Pro Series. No, not really. I don't know. I haven't touched that at all. I started touching it, then I was like, no. It was a while ago. Though, can you make a video on how to change? I've already answered that. How do you answer that? How do we change the engine? Yeah, that person. Good job, Philip. You answered it for me. Okay. Steam engine. Honestly, just copy someone else's Steam engine. Edit it from there. Can you please make it turn on? Yeah. I don't want to use the input or any other locomotive in the toolbox. So basically, make gliders. Make a part called base with the essential stuff. And make sure they're in a model called with the essential scripts. And that's pretty much it. You could literally just make the engine a glider, like 2 gliders and a part. That's all you need with the essential scripts. That's all the engine is. Good slopes. Slopes are fun. Oh, Glendale. Rip. It's gonna be a quiet zone. Can you find a way to make a train? Oh, I don't even know if this works. Yeah, is it unavailable? I think it is. Oh, I don't think I can look because, oh yeah, it's currently not for sale. Yeah, it's because I broke it, but then I think I fixed it. Yeah, I fixed it, but I just had never updated it. Oops. Actually, no, I still think it's somewhat buggy. I don't remember. We can play with it later. How do you get the loaded? Yep, got you that. Yeah, basically just remove all the parts. Answer that. Oh, startup sound. Oh, yeah, I haven't done that with the next level, which I've renamed to AMG V2 now. If you guys have a better name, go ahead and comment it, but that's what I'm going with right now. A big boy. I haven't actually tried making anything articulated. That sounds like an interesting time. Oh, the train show. Oh, yeah, that didn't go as well as I wanted to. Yay. How do you explain just answered that? Oh yeah, I don't know why people have such a hard time with engines. Maybe it's just because I've done it so much that I'm just good at it, I guess. Adding company schemes. Those are fun. Those are interesting. So basically, this is recording my... Yeah, it is. Okay, it's just recording my desktop. So ignore all the random crap that's on here. But basically, for the front logo for like an NS engine, I found the NS front logo, okay? Then I got 2 images and I cropped it halfway exactly. I measured it with the photo editor with Paint 3D. Is it Paint 3D? That's what I call it. Paint. Yeah, Paint 3D. That's what I used. And there's like, you can see the pixels as you're cropping it. So I cropped it halfway one way, saved that as a new file, and then cropped it the other way. Oh, this is a really cool site I found. So this originally didn't have a transparent background. It's up here. There's a site up here. Oh, I shall open it. It's actually cool. Online.photoscissors.com. You upload this image, and then basically you go in and then you just like mark roughly where the background is, and it like cuts it out, and then you can fine tune it after for what it that misses and all that. And then you upload both of these as a decal, and then you put the decal on 2 parts, and then you rotate it to be on the same angle as the nose of the two wedges that are on the front of the engine or whatever, and then you just put it right up against the nose, and there you go. You got your logo, and that's the same thing for the rear logo. Oh, that looks like it's pretty much all of it. How to remove the lag. Oh, that's a challenge. 1, don't have a lot of trains in one area. 2, make it so that the trains are at least the amount of parts as possible. 3, don't have any scripts that are taking up a lot of processes. And 4, yeah, I'm on 4, get a better computer. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, I'm starting to get to the end. Oh, but look, is this the end? Oh, it's from 6. Ah! Okay, so that's starting to get to from non-ANG. Is this the first ANG stuff? Right there. Alrighty, cool. Happy to get... Yep, that's the end of that, so we shall go over to Discord now. Alright, Discord time. Alright, we're gonna go... Alright, let's see, where shall we start? Should we start all the way at the beginning? Because that would be fun. Wait, what was that picture from? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay. So yeah, you guys can add stuff in this question stuff if you like, because I'll be scroll. It's gonna take me a minute to get down. Do you need to go to every? That's from a while ago. I really need to do the ranks of like engineer, conductor stuff, but I want to get ANG V2 pretty much not in development 24/7. Well, not in development, like not in need of desperate updates and stuff. So there needs to be like a lot of industries and like operation stuff in it before we do that stuff. What is this stuff? That's the dispatcher stuff. Yeah. So to clear some confusion, I am thinking about making it so there isn't I'm going to remove... I don't know if I want to do this, though. Because I kind of want to restart the whole, what's now called test, or what at this point in time that we're in this little chat area in questions was called member. I kind of want to get rid of it and start from scratch for the ANG V2, so complete new. That's I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. We're gonna wait until it's in testing phase. Huh? I might end up making it free. I don't know. Yeah, so if people are keep asking for like UP and like I think I added CP as well. They kept on asking for that even though I already painted it. So basically I didn't put any of the logos because that takes work, but I painted it roughly how it is. So that would be UP, yes. Union Pacific. Yeah, that's a real scale stuff. What are you gonna do with the old spawner? Nothing. And then the spawner that replaced that was worse. I should have re-added the other one, but I don't know. It worked when we tested it, but when I added it to the main game, it just died for some reason. Yes. The new spawner for V2 is hopefully going to be way simpler for me to add stuff. So it's going to be like, it won't be really hard because the other ones were stupid. Yeah, so basically, for the old spawners, I would have for each track, I would have to put like each set of all the engines and all the rail cars in the game there. So every time I added one, I would have to add like 6 engines in separate tracks and put it in separate folders, and it was really laggy. But I have an idea where basically I'll have so basically all I have to do is, because I've tested it, all I have to do is put these spawn points, like blocks, perfectly in where the trains will spawn, and then I will just I'll clone a model and then just teleport it there, and I've tested it and it works. So, well, in small scale, it works. So, we'll see how it goes. A Run 8 server. If I ever get like a actual server computer type thing, then maybe. I know Amtrak and I were playing Run 8 earlier this after school. Big servers. Oh yeah. Yeah, gold. So basically, I kind of feel bad about how gold edition went. So basically, those who bought Project Next Level, like purchased like the early access or whatever, like the access for Project Next Level, will get a boost in a certain thing. I've explained it before, but I plan on having like a credit system. Now, don't be afraid. It's going to be really simple. Models are going to be like how they are in real train models, because I'm trying to make this kind of like realistic-ish with train models, but also mixed with real life, like acting like the real trains as well. So like, let's say I plan on having like non-sound versions. So if you want to, so it'd be like 80 credits, 100 credits for one without sound, and then one with sound would be like 200 to 300 sound diesels, and then like the big steam engines would be like $400, 400 credits or whatever the money I'm gonna call it. And money is gonna be basically playtime and maybe some other stuff. I have to experiment with that. Oh, and then basically if you have a gold edition, I'm not sure if the old edition will count as well, but I know the Project Next Level people will get a boost when they first join the game. So that they'll start off with more money than others because... Oh yeah, the Yeet engine should be fixed. The Yeet engine. Yeah, the second story was kind of cool. But I keep on wanting to restart the track stuff, so that's what's been happening. But I do like the new map. It's much better. Oh, these are all new ones. Okay, here we go. Kura? Okay, so loading, I've answered that. SD50. Like I said, he's unmotivated to do stuff. Yeah, I think he abandoned the SD50, honestly. He's working on a, what was he working on? He's working on a new engine, let's say. One station at the end of the map you finish, you stop working, I stopped working on it, pretty much. It's the best answer. It's not my area. Loading doesn't seem to work. I push power, then load. Autorex is probably the game lagging because it's so laggy. Oh, I fixed the Discord invite. That should be fixed. When the consist builder be done. Oh yeah, that consist builder was a great idea. I love the idea of it. It's gonna be. Hopefully, it's gonna be in the V2. When it worked, it was cool. No, it's basically just me, because Amtrak's abandoned, kind of. Just lost motivation, basically. Because back to the original of this A&G stuff, we were just making it for each of us, basically, we were at school or whatever. And then it was me. I was the one who came across a tweet, I forget by who, and it had row scale, and I was like, whoa, what's that? So then we tested it and found that you could run, like, actual trains. Like, you could have, like, 50 cars on a train, and it wouldn't be terrible laggy. And we're like, whoa! Cool. So we decided just to make a game, and then it got popular. So, we don't normally we don't spend a lot of time. We don't normally last more than a few weeks on a game that we start creating. So, for Aiden, he lasted a month or two, so that's a record. Can I place row scale trains on the rails? Wait. Oh, I can. Nice. Practice makes perfect. Oh, yeah. There. I'm just reading stuff now. I'm gibberish. Fix anyways. You know what? I might open the... Wait a minute. Isn't there a demo world? Yeah, if you join this demo, it's got the map just without any of the trains. No, it has some of the trains and just some of the controllers. Whoops, wrong button. Discord. When would be it? Well, never, because that's what A&G V2 is for. Yeah, it's gonna be turned into Classic Edition. How did I learn to script? Yeah, exactly how I responded. Looking at script, watching YouTube, reading articles. It's been hard. I do believe there's a Roblox wiki. Like, if you just look up literally any question, how to make a transparent, I guess you would say, in Roblox. Basically, anything you want, and then you put in Roblox or just Roblox at the end. You hit enter, and then there's Roblox stuff. Developer.roblox.com is a good one. It's the official Roblox stuff reference guide. Some of it's kind of like complicated, especially if you're trying to learn what it is. You're like, I don't understand what that is. So it's the best to go just watch YouTube videos, preferably ones that are as new as possible, because some things can change. Back to... Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't even know why I made the voice chat channel. How do I become an admin? No admin. The admin ranks in the A&G group. Oh, here they are. The admin. This is my mobile phone account, so that when I'm testing stuff, I can be on the computer and my phone if need be. That's how I somewhat tested the spawner, having more than one person on. And then this is my Xbox account that I never use. And don't go friending him, because I'm not going to accept your friend request. Nothing against you. It's just anybody. It's just that I try and only accept friends from people I know in real life. There's very few exceptions, but... Let's get to the good new questions that you guys are asking. Here's the new ones. Oh, here we go. When will they resume progress A&G and other projects? I've been off and on. It's honestly whenever I feel like it. I've been kind of busy, and then I have sports starting up, so it's going to be slow. Will you sell other older models? What do you mean like Roblox models? Oh, I think that's what you mean. Yeah, older Roblox. Like I said a little bit ago, I might make the BBS units free. First question, but I can't put Amtrak Man's engines up because those aren't for him. Those are for him to put up, not me, because those were made by him. First question, will you make some more engine types for every company? The thing is that I'm actually not very good at 3D modeling. I'm not great at it. So I've tried and avoided the real engines because then people will be like, oh, it doesn't, this cab isn't this way, blah, blah, blah. This isn't this way. It's not to scale. Because I'm kind of scared. Well, not really scared. I just don't want to deal with all the people making those comments. So I just like make my own engines. But I might try. So basically, all the non-painted, non-CSX engines that you've always seen, I've painted those paint schemes, so I'm okay at painting them. So I might try and make them, like build them. Will Amtrak ever be added? Maybe. Passenger trains, yeah, but I don't know if it's Amtrak itself. Will there be badges for meeting you? There already is a badge for meeting me. Amtrak man, I just haven't felt like spending the Robux for making one for him. Will there be? And plus, I play the game more than he does, so it'd be like the rarest thing in the frickin' world if you have met him before. Fourth question: will be there in Area 51? No, no. Can you help me with my Norfolk and Western? I'm guessing that's what it stands for. Game and help make a Y6B or a Y6A. I'm gonna look this up because I'm actually not that. Was that a Y6B? Yeah. I'm actually not as big. You probably all are more train nerds than I am. I don't actually know that much. Oh, one of these. Ask someone in the row scale community on how articulation works, because I haven't actually tried doing it. That is a cool looking engine, though. I've seen pictures of it before. I just don't know, like, the engine numbers. Like, the engine models and stuff. I know some of the modern diesels, but I can't, like, look at an engine from a distance that goes by really fast and be like, oh, that's an SD60 Mac, or is that even a thing? An SD70 Mac or an SD90 Mac? I don't know if an SD60 Mac's a thing. I think it is. But, oh man, this is going to be long. Will there be like a train museum where you cannot control trains, but the trains will just sit there? That's actually a good idea. Put that in a request for me, please. Sixth question. Will you ever get another dev or two? I've thought about doing like a secondary project where it would be completely separate from the ANG. It would be called something like the ANG Community Project, where I would just be like the head, kind of like president. I wouldn't do much. I would just be like, here, make this. And everything is made from scratch in there. Not like you, well, I mean, you can bring in the row scale stuff, but if you bring in something like your personal model that you made for another game or whatever, and it gets stolen from Team Crate, even it's your fault for inserting it. Because let's be honest, all these leaks are coming from these Team Crates, basically. It's so easy to copy and paste if you want something. So if you don't want anyone else to have it themselves, don't put in a Team Crate. Yes, there'd be less time for stuff to be put out. But, seventh question, will you ever add special premium trains like a Big Boy USSR Railgun? Railgun, no. This is a Midwest thing. Big Boy, articulation to be fun. Interesting to do, but it might not be like a Big Boy itself, but it might be like a wheel arrangement of a Big Boy, a 4884 or whatever. Probably made up. All my Steam engines are made up, just so that I don't have anyone picking on them. But they still look nice, in my opinion, so. Will you ever work with other row scale groups like SST? I would advise SST because the devs and staff are really great. I know because I am an admin. I forget what I helped out on. I remember I answered some of their questions, I do believe. And then for like Peanuts game, I helped him with his crossover. Then he has questions. Where did my questions go? Oh, there we go. And some other games like as you probably know, I'm in the I've worked with the building the trains on his what's it called? Oh no, the Northeast Corridor. That's what it's called. So if you like actually look at the freight train and you look at the EOT or Fred or whatever you want to call it, that's my EOT. Because I guess he just didn't feel like making it himself. Because when he was testing the freight trains, he used some of the ANG assets, just as testing. Because I already had like CSX engines and all that. Oh, and also the like first person thing I gave him, and then there was another. Oh, and the bell. The bell's also from me. We add a city with special monorail tracks where only the intercity trains like monorails will be able to drive. Monorails would be interesting. I don't know, maybe. Ooh, a light rail. Ooh, a tram or something. That'd be cool. Will there ever be any type of trains that will only be able to drive on certain tracks, like a mining train that comes out of a mining shed? I don't know. I kind of like the open world like type games. I've always liked open world type games. I mean, like, the only thing that would be like that's supposed to be assigned somewhere would be like a branch line type thing where they can still leave the area, of course, but during an operating session, they like if it was a real train like company, they wouldn't normally leave that branch line. Oh, where'd I go? And we're on 11th question. Will we get testers exclusive train access when ANG goes out? Exclusive train access? Huh? I don't know. Maybe. Well, I'm basically going to overhaul the whole tester rank for ANG V2. 12th question. Will there be like trains? Will there be trains that go like higher up in the sky, like in kids' TV show Chuggington? I saw the tracks, high tracks and stuff. What do you mean? I haven't seen anything from Chuggington in a long time. It's like the last time I saw anything about Chuggington was back when it like first came out because I was curious on what it exactly was. Do you mean like really like one of those high up bridges or something? Will there be admin tests, like an application admin? I've thought about it. Maybe. That's one of those maybe I've thought about it before. I haven't really decided. What about a GP9 SD40-2? Some of these things can go in now. Like anything asking about engines and stuff, put that in request. Or like route stuff, put that in request because it's one of those things. Oh, you like Norfolk? I'm assuming it's Norfolk and Western. Rotary gondola. Maybe. Do you do cream crate? It depends. I normally try and avoid team crate. Oh, like high up tracks, like up in the sky. I don't know. It's just that with model trains, it kind of looks funny. Unless it's like a mountain. Like, do you know like those? Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Here, no O scale's what I want. Let me see if I can find an image of what I'm thinking of. I've seen them before, and I think they're, in my opinion, I just don't like them. Oh, actually, no, I can find a picture. I don't mean to hate on this person. I don't mean to hate on Daylight 446. 4446. I don't want to hate on him. His layout's kind of cool. I just don't like his trestle thing. Let me see if I can find it. That. It doesn't make any sense for that elevated track. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I think the elevated track's cool and all, but there's nothing to... In real life, there's no point of it, really. That's the only thing. I don't want to be mean or anything. It just doesn't make any sense. Let's go over to quests, I guess, since I'm on Discord. Yep, you're putting those there. Okay, cool. Steel code card. Yeah. I tried making a steel code card, but then it looked really ugly, and I gave up and deleted the thing. This is kind of funny. Adding Norfolk Southern. If you scroll up, looky there. There's Norfolk Southern. Conrail, maybe. I'd probably, if I had Conrail, it'd probably be the Heritage unit. The CSX 911, 3194, and 1776, maybe. Air flights, those would come with Amtrak. And let's just skip over the request. There's a lot of stuff. There's a new question, maybe. Oh, well, I can see a high-speed train. Those things are because they just don't want to have anyone get hit by it. So, yeah. And plus, that's crazy expensive to do stuff. Because they don't want what has happened to Brightline. Is them, like, keep hitting people because people are, they don't pay attention. Let's put it that way. Alright, let's go on to here. Probably not going to get an update for a long time. I'm working on it. It's being updated slowly. It's just that this demo is a different game than the dev one. Spawner is rigged. I like how you say the spawner is rigged. It's interesting. Yeah, I know. I've looked through the code, and I don't understand why it always spawns in the one room, and not the other ones. I don't understand, but what else? Spawner, yes, I know the spawner doesn't work. It's because I've given up on it. But I know it works a little bit, so I haven't deleted it. Because then people get mad that I deleted it. So I'll just leave it how it is for now. Don't do steam trains anymore, please. No, I'm not going to make McDonald's trains. I prefer the trains that are real. If I go out to my local NS or CSX line, which there's a lot, there's not that many, but they're within a 15-minute drive. If I see it on there, then maybe. that's like the high probability. Yeah, because most people are expecting CSX. I'm going to go ahead and put it out now for ANG V2. There's a possibility that Norfolk Southern will be the primary track owner for ANG V2. But don't worry, other railroads will still be in there, and technically it'll be an open world game, so you can spawn in whatever paint scheme you want. It's just that, in my mind, it's Norfolk Southern. Let's go back to where I was. Most of this stuff is people complaining about other people, though, so let's see what's in here. SC70 Mac, I don't know, maybe. Like I said. How do you get the coal mine set? Well, as I showed, you go to... I'll go through the groups. So basically, I've just bookmarked the thing. You go through the groups, the Roscoe train group. Roscoe trains. You can search it as well if you would like, and then you just click on the model link. And there it is. Right there. Oh yeah. I own all these groups except for the Roscoe train group. Because I have a lot of different interests and stuff. Like, I like city stuff, like first responder stuff, and all that too. I like racing and like city role, like light city, like not like very serious city roleplay stuff. So it's just my interests. So if you look through my models tab, you'll see like a lot of fire trucks, police cars, guns, because military is kind of an interest, racetracks and race cars and stuff. Oh yeah, Indiana, Ohio. It was a project with Amtrak and I. When was this created? Can I see when this was created? I don't know. It was a while ago. It was, it was like 3 or 4 years ago, honestly. We were using Google Maps and literally copying the INO, part of the INO line. Like, and we didn't get very far. Because it uses the old United Rail trains, and they're just like, they don't work very well. I remember we bailed on this project at like 1,000 visits, and then I returned to it like several years later and it had like 17,000 visits, and I was blown away. And I was like, where did this come from? This game's broken. So, I guess I'll go through the YouTube chat, and then a high-speed train? Maybe, I don't know. It really feels like, it is really all up to whatever I feel like making. Yes, I see. Just to let you know, the um me responding to everything is about 30-second delay. It's around there. So I'm gonna look through the live chat. It's probably gonna be a pain. Oh yeah, I remember talking about the DMing, like other people making a train and then adding it if it was okay enough. I completely forgot about that, honestly. I remember talking about that. Yeah, I do agree it sounds cool. It's just that it's complicated, because there'll be a review process, and then someone's train will be added or whatever, and someone else will get mad that theirs wasn't, so... And I really don't like hurting other people's feelings. It's just, like, not my thing. If I can avoid it. Yeah, I start answering someone's question, then I get too far into it and start branching off to other things. Yeah, I do that all the time, as you probably have noticed. Yeah, the internet is a scary place, Rexer. Just look at someone's YouTube channel, you can find a lot. You can find a lot about someone. And also other forms of social media. I came across someone in the Roscale communities. I figured out who they are in real life too. Accidentally, I'm not like a stalker. I accidentally. It was on. I was looking at someone's post that I was following, and then I saw their profile commenting on the same post, and they had the profile picture that I've seen through in the Roscale community. I was like, wait a minute, that seems familiar. So I found out who they are. Oops. So be careful what you put. If you put something on the internet, you're responsible for it, and it's gonna stay there forever. That's just the fact of life. How do you add Game Pass engines? It's fun. Let's put it that way. SD50s. I don't even. Yes, I know the Game Pass stuff. It's unavailable. That's my questions. The last question was the high speed one right there. Oh, okay. I don't know. The high speed kind of sounds cool. I don't know if I would make like a bullet train, to be completely honest. I don't think I would want to add a bullet train. Like what that's in Japan and stuff. Even though the things are crazy fast. I don't think I would want one because it wouldn't fit. I'd make something like Brightline where it goes like... How fast does Brightline go? Isn't it like 70 or 80 miles an hour? Something like that. It wouldn't be crazy fast, but It would be... Brightline would be cool, though. Honestly, I like Brightline. How did you host the train show? I made a game, found a warehouse free model that I somewhat liked, added lights to it, and then I told people, well, yo, if you want to show off your models, send me your models. I promise that I won't leak them, which I haven't. I've held that promise. I haven't leaked any of it. I haven't copied any of it either. You know what? Some of those files are on my computer, I think. But I haven't touched it. I have no reason to touch it. I literally just took the files they gave me through Discord, and then I just plopped it in the game and said that's that, and left it be. I don't know. I tried doing the train show, but then I ended up being busy for work, and no one, like a second train show run, but then it was too far away from the first one. No one had any interest in it, so I do believe it deleted the Discord because it ended up, in my opinion, being a failure. I mean, if you want to make your own Space Noob, go for it. It's just that it's hard finding people to do it, and for that many trains in one area, it gets laggy and all that, so... If I made another train show at all, it would be more like a showcase where the trains, wouldn't run. They would just sit there and you could just look at everyone's models and stuff. Oh yeah, if you do, I mean, yeah, I guess I could send you something. I would delete all the special scripts out of it. All the lovely scripts that I don't want a chance of being leaked. Because if you look at like all the like functions and stuff for the locomotives, there's a lot. Even though most of the functions are really simple code, it's just that there's a lot to it. I'm loading up V2 so I can show you all the functions in there. If you have any ideas for functions, say it in the live chat, please. Or put in a request if you don't have a YouTube account and can't comment. I know someone said something about that. Oh, I need to check and make sure he's not putting it in the Peanuts Discord. Was that my welcome? Was that the guy? Yeah, he just needs to verify. Verify, please, and then you can comment. Do I play Minecraft? Occasionally. I know there's some Epic Train mods. I occasionally play Minecraft. I mean, I'll play it for a little bit, but then I'll get bored of it. Because I burn out of games very, very quickly. So, like, if we go into here... That's properties. Functions. I like how people ask if they can DM me on Discord. Go for it. If I don't want to talk to you, I'll ignore it. Oh, and by the way, if I ignore your something on a DM, just because I like don't respond doesn't mean like I don't want to talk to you. It just might be that I looked at it and then I had something else that I had my priorities first, and then I forgot about it. Oh, can you? Yeah, for the train show, you go for it. Get stuff in place, make like something to do for it. I would need something to put in it. Like, plan it out. I would plan it out a little bit more. What can we do now? because I've answered most of the questions. How long has this stream been running? 66 minutes. Not terrible. It's 10 o'clock my time. 10 o'clock p.m. my time. Probably should get ready to go to bed because we got school tomorrow. Oh, wow. For fears we need a dispatch control. Yes, I saw you guys talking about that. I just didn't feel like joining in the comment train. Oh, pay me? You don't need to pay me to work on your game. The dispatch stuff is just fun. If I were to help people with like the dispatcher controlled stuff, it wouldn't be the stuff that's in the A and G because those are just too hard. It just takes way too long to copy and paste the signals. I'd make it so that each button controls each signal. And all you do is copy the signal and move it somewhere where you want it, and then you just move the button to the dispatcher board, which are literally just parts. I'll show you. They're literally just parts that... Oh, and then the switches on the dispatcher board, there's a part inside of the switch part that changes color or whatever for the dispatcher board. That's part of the switch model, and when the switch switches, it just changes the color or whatever. And then this, it kind of works. It just shows where the train is. So like this, if I look at it, oh wait, track. What game had this switching? Oh, it was the Signal game. It was the Signal demo that had the switching and all that to it. But if you like, it's like this piece right here is a model with this, which each of these heads are a separate model than the gantry, which isn't really complicated. It's just a bunch of cylinders. Which I copied this base down here from these. Just copied that, moved it into 4 quadrants, and then for the signals themselves, I guess it's nothing really special. So yeah. It's not that complicated. It's only 49 lines of code. Well, it's actually 48, 47. There's random space in there. Don't know why that's there. So that's... I don't know, why are there random spaces? I don't like that. It's kind of bugging me. Didn't I make a lunar? Hold on. I've forgotten something. Didn't I make a lunar signal? I made it on the right before I deleted the Project Next Level stuff and made it into ANGV2. I'm curious if I saved that signal because I made a lunar one. The one that displays the lunar aspect. Oh, I did. The double-headed signal. I did make that. Oh, and for people who ask about railroad grade crossings, here, I'll show you how this works. So basically, you can see the 2 red trigger points at each end, but the thing is, there's more than just that. All those blue light, all these are sensors. So basically, you spread the sensors out, and you make more if needed, and put more, and you also add them to the code when you make the new ones. But basically, you spread them out through the whole distance that you want the train to trigger it. And as long as the train is moving through it, it will keep the gates down. But once the train stops, that's the only downfall. Once the train stops, Roblox stops detecting like the hitting or whatever, so then the gates go back up. But once the train starts moving even a little bit, the gates go down. Which is close enough to being perfect for me, so that works. The thing is, people have offered to make engines for me, Meadows, and stuff, like, because they're like, oh, we want to help. But the thing is, we have our own art style. Like, everyone tries to make the handrails or whatever, or all that, to make them really realistic. But the thing with our art style, like my custom engines, which I deleted from here, but these are all Amtrak's engines. Or Amtrak's engines that I've modified, like the hi-hat. But if you stick one of the pre-made row scale stuff, like the kits, next to one of these, it would still fit in the game because they all follow the same art style. Like, all the scenery kind of fits the trains, because it's... Well, this engine shed's kind of weird, but all the scenery, I just feel like it fits. It's just that blocky row scale theme that just fits. Oh yeah, for like, I've said with the rolling stock, I'm remaking these. These are just sitting here because I wanted a train to run, so that's why they're sitting here. But I'm going to be literally rebuilding all the rolling stock from the ground up. Which will take some time, yes. Oh, what else is there? Is there any... Go for it. You don't... Oh, you did DM me. Huh. It's because I'm in, I'm streaming, so it doesn't give me notifications. I'll look at it later. Ooh, what's this?
Ooh. This is not bad. I'm not sure if I like the color of the ballast. Though, I'm not sure if I like that brown. Oh, that's just me. I like the rocky ballast stuff. You have a center beam? Is that a center beam, Missy? I want a center beam. It's just they're so hard to find. Or they're expensive. Well, you can find ones on eBay. I just don't feel like buying stuff off eBay. It looks interesting. There you go. Alright, I guess I'll look at it. There! Is there any suggestions for you guys of what we should do, of what I should do? Should we just end it, or whatever? Because at this point we're not doing any more questions, really.
I think we might just end it. Just because there isn't any more questions. I gave it 30, 40 seconds for you guys to actually respond. Because this is just meant to be a Q&A video. Maybe at another time, then I could do another development stream or something. Okay. I guess we'll go to your account. Space Nerd. Come on. I'm assuming that's you. Curations. Ooh, 765. Oh, is this... Wait, what did you make? A Conroe Quality SD80 Mac. Let's find it. Oh, that's Train Guy. I'm looking at the right one, right? I like how Fierce Peanut named it Peanut Stone. I think that's kind of funny. I haven't really looked at other people's models. It's the issue with these rose scale things is the handrails. It just doesn't fit, in my opinion, from what the original rose scale people made. It's just that you can't make the handrails small enough. I just don't know why. They just don't look right to me. That's all. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it bugs. NSSC. Is this the United Rail stuff? It looks like it. Oh yeah, the trucks on the flat car. Oh yeah, I forgot about the vote. Oh yes. Now I'm just talking about when I set to this. It's different now, but I took a picture. I took a picture of it, and it was a tie between A and C. As you can see, I started making an engine house and all that for the maintenance stuff. I'm working on it. The Mao is going to be interesting. After I typed this all up and all that and had the vote and everything, then I realized, oh, wait a minute. It's going to be interesting with, like, the whole load, because it basically be the same system as a load or whatever, but I would just have to make a script that randomly puts the load sensor in a piece of track. And then I'd have to figure out that, because then it'd be really laggy if each piece of track had a sensor to it, so... Yeah, I'm glad no one picked Cabin Shears didn't win because it would look horrible. Let's be honest. I like the look of the fuel and maintenance though. The Mao train's gonna be interesting. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it honestly. Just because I'm tired. Oh, someone DM'd me right as I did that. Cuyahoga, okay fine, we'll go to your Cuyahoga Valley. Real quick. What's in your favorite? Cuyahoga, let's tear, you said Cuyahoga Valley. Cuyahoga Valley. I just realized I'm probably mispronouncing that. I don't know if I am. Mispronouncing so often. Wait, it says go on to the Terrace County Corp. That's what you said first, so I'm gonna go there. Because why not? Because I don't see the Cuyahoga Valley. Here, I'll post the link if you guys want to join. Get Space Noob some visitors. Alright, after this, I'm gonna end it. We'll play for a little bit, I guess. Let's explore. That's what I do. I normally just get on random Roscoe games and just explore. And see what other people do. Oh, this table part. Ooh. I just don't like how it... If you had like a mountain here, or a city or something, it would make sense. But I just don't like how I can't walk next to the track. Positive feedback. Well, like, what's constructive criticism? That's what it's called. There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. I like constructive criticism, and it helps. Ooh, where does that tunnel go? Only one way to find out. You look over. A lot of coal. Is this like a
Coal map. Am I blind, or have I missed the coal loader? The coal mine area. Oh, let's jump the fence. Oh, is this what this is supposed to be? So you can get back over. I mean, oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, I recommend getting rid of this blue. Like, or not getting rid of the blue because you need it underneath, but scaling it down so it's not like sticking through the top, because then it looks weird. Oh, is this the main line that goes through? Yeah, then the passenger cars. All the Conrail stuff. Whoa. Is this set in Pennsylvania by any chance? Conrail just reminds me of Pennsylvania. Because Horseshoe Curve. Oh yeah, these are steel coils. Oh, I want one for an HO scale. I need to buy one from Scale Trains, but they're expensive. They're like $40, and it's like... Seeing what... Oh, okay. I guess we'll join that. Fine, we'll join Scenic. Oh, Scenic Railroad. Okay, I'm just gonna refresh it. Scenic Railroad, you said? Oh, there it is. I guess I shall post it again in case anyone wants to join. To Akron Northside to Rockside Station. Oh, Akron. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's no running. This is gonna take forever. We won't be able to explore everything then. Unless is there passenger cars I can ride on? No, it doesn't look like it. Unless you're sneaky enough to make it so we actually sit in the car. Which isn't hard, you just stick a seat inside the car, but... In case you want to do it. Alright, at 10:26, which you guys can't see that time, because I have a black line over it. But, 2 minutes, and then... I guess we'll stop. Oh, what? Are these just static crossings? Akron Northside. Now I know this is somewhat based off, at least somewhat based off something in real life. Because I know Akron, Ohio. I know Cuyahoga Valley, whatever. It's over there. I went the really boring route, didn't I? Let's go the other way. Oh, we got a constructive criticism on the sound. Oh wait, I could literally just teleport, couldn't I? At least the teleports work. What was the random smoking engine? Is it like maintenance or something? Or maybe an older engine. You know, honestly, I would think this is the engine that would be smoking. Roofed base horns. That's another thing. Make sure that things are consistent. This is a different, like, sound volume than this is. Oh, wait, this is an engine? Whoa! I like that. I honestly like that. Oh, fun. What about you? Same thing. Well, by me teleporting, we basically explored the whole thing. Yeah.
That's another thing I want to point out. In my opinion, there's nothing really wrong with it. It's just that I am not a major fan of the games where the tracks and stuff are on the actual ground. Yeah, it's faster to make, like, the track because you don't have to worry about making tables, but I don't know. It's just that row scale, in my mind, is model trains. So, model trains belong most of the time is on a table. Because carpet isn't good for them and they're going to get stepped on and all that. Kicked. No. Thinking about kicking a model train is not a good, pleasant thing. Not a pleasant thing. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, so I shall see ya soon. Oh, if you missed anything, you can just rewatch it. It should be uploaded by tomorrow morning onto my channel. Doo-doo.